Alright, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakodash, double honor to the elders and apostles who rule well at Great Millstone, and salutations to the Akims out there who pushing this gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom. I come now with this lesson today, entitled, What is Knowledge? The Essence of Knowledge. Alright, okay, there are a lot of jakes out there. They don't know what knowledge is. Some of them believe that they know what is knowledge, they know what is the wisdom of the Most High, right? And then these Christians, these other nations like to say how everybody have their own interpretation of the scriptures. But as the truth tell we, it only have one interpretation, right? So I come now with the scripture here, the Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. It say, the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Right? So the scriptures let me know that knowledge, right? To have knowledge is to fear the Most High, right? And to keep the instruction, okay, say, but fools despise wisdom. To come into the knowledge, right? You're done away with all these carnal things, with all these earthly things, right? You're removing yourselves from the fools of this earth, right? So you wouldn't despise instruction, and the instruction is the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, right? The laws is that's supposed to govern your life, right? So you see, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So when you have the knowledge and you have the wisdom, you know to fear the Most High, because you know what the Most High could do to you, right? You know that your Creator, He created you, and He could take you out. And as the scriptures say, it's roughly paraphrasing, it's saying, fear not the one that could take the flesh, but the one that could take your spirit and your flesh, right? Proverbs chapter 3, verse 13, it say, happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her, and happy is everyone that retaineth her. So the scripture is telling you that a man who finds wisdom and understanding is a happy man, right? It said the merchandise of it is better than silver and gold, right? Because it are these nations out there, especially Jake out there, gold, right? Fancy car, fancy house, bling, right? All these things to Jake is so really important. Jake can't live with all these things. But the scriptures let you know that understanding, wisdom, knowledge are more power than all these things, knowledge over all these carnal things, right? Romans, Romans chapter 15, verse 4, it says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope, right? These are powerful scripture, all praises, because these things in the scriptures, right, that was written in the scriptures was written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort might have hope, right? When you read the scriptures of the prophecies and the promises, right, you'll have hope, it'll comfort you, the words of the Most High will be comforting unto you, right? They give you motivation to keep on going, right? And with the learning, the scriptures, it was made for we learning, right? It have no other way to be saved except with all the the scriptures are the Most High, the knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Right? Nothing else could save you. It are these jakes out there that does, be doing all kind of things you know, and they don't know what they're doing, right? They're going about to set their own salvation, their own righteousness, right? But only have one way to receive salvation, and only have one way to be saved, and die through the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and fear in the Most High, right? Proverbs chapter 20, verse 15, it says, there is gold and a multitude of rubies, but the lips of knowledge are a precious jewel, right? So that scripture is showing you that the truth, knowledge, the knowledge over all these things, over gold and rubies, it over these things on the earth that man does run down. You know that man can't live without the knowledge Yahweh Shai over all these things. Right? There's a good scripture here in Proverbs chapter 2 verse 6. It says, for Yahweh Shai give it wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. Right? So it says the Most High give it wisdom. Right? So this truth here, you can only get this from Yahweh Shai. You can't get this from nothing else. Right? If the Most High bless you, right? If the Most High open your eyes to this truth, to this knowledge and understanding, you would never get it. Right? Can't get it without Yahweh Shai. Right? It say Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 12. It say for wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. Right? It say consider the work of Yahweh, for who can make that straight which he hath made crooked? Right? So for the ones of them that have the knowledge of the Most High, right? And have the instruction, have the wisdom, that is life unto them. Right? It say consider the work of Yahweh. It's say for who can make this straight which he hath made crooked. Right? And look at a good precept here, the Romans chapter 9, verse 15. It say, for he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of Yahweh that showeth mercy. Right? Jump down to verse 18. It says, therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will harden it. Right? So the scriptures then are the Most High, whoever the Most High love, and whoever the Most High hate is up to he. Whoever the Most High choose, and whoever the Most High don't choose to be saved is up to the Most High. But it is he creation, right? Sometimes man like to believe that them over the Most High, right? They believe that they over the Most High, like if they so important, especially these other nations believe this so important, like if they have, like if the Most High have to save them, like if the Most High need them, when they don't know it's the other way around, that we need our Bashim Yahushai, like that, right? They say 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 16, say all scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of Yahweh may be perfect, truly furnished unto all good works. So these scriptures, this knowledge will make you perfect, right? This wisdom, this will make perfection, right? This is the only way to perfection. This is the only way to salvation and being saved, right? You read it again. It says all scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh. So these jakes, right? These black conscious jakes and whatever religion they just say how man write the Bible, they just say man write the Bible as if these thoughts came out of our own heads, right? But say all scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh, right? So it's the Most High put these thoughts in these men's head, and the forefathers had to write these scriptures, right? So they the word of the Most High. They say it is profitable for doctrine, right? So money, yeah, money you could buy food, you could buy these kind of carnal things, fleshly things that the body need, right? But the scriptures is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, right? So that way you could buy with these Salakia. That way you could buy with the scriptures, with the knowledge, right? Profitable for doctrine, for reproof, right? For correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of Yahweh may be perfect, right? So the scriptures will make you perfect. The word of the Most High will make you perfect. Right? The First Timothy chapter 2 verse 4, it says, who will have all men to be saved and to come unto the knowledge of the truth, right? So being saved, right? You read the last part, say, and to come unto the knowledge of the truth, right? So Yahweh Shimel Shai, this truth here will get you saved. People is like watch the brothers and them preaching on the highways and the byways and making videos and reaching out, and they just laugh and scoff, but they don't understand how powerful this truth is. They don't understand how power, the spiritual power that the awakened men of Israel have, right? This knowledge was sent from the Most High Yahweh, the name of only begotten Son Yahushai, right? This truth with the knowledge, as let me go back to the first scripture. It said, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction, right? When you come into the knowledge, right? When the Most High give you the knowledge and the understanding of the scriptures, you understand the fear, right? You understand instructions, law, statutes, and commandments, right? Your whole perception of life, right? And creation is changed. You change in an instant when you come into these law, statutes, and commandments, when you come into the truth. You doesn't think carnal, and the more you go, is the more you just realize it has become detached from this earth. As the scripture say, who loveth this earth will die with it. Roughly paraphrasing, right? So, is it Akyom? Just I say all praises unto Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Makakodash, unto the brothers out there. Stay safe, Akyom. Continue to preach His word. Continue to hold His faith.